12 now on ESPN+. Today from the campus of Baylor University in Waco, Texas, it's the 7th-ranked Lady Bears hosting the Jaguars of Southern University. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Farrell Center, the Paul J. Meyer Arena. I'm John Morris alongside Coach Jim Haller. Jim, for the Lady Bears, it's a busy week. They'll play 4 games in 6 days. A lot of work to get done before the Christmas break. And how about Nalissa Smith leading the team in scoring and rebounding?
Well, of course, as we see, preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, but coming off of a great performance against Texas Tech, 21 points, 9 rebounds. She leads the Lady Bears in scoring and rebounding for the season. Just a terrific talent, one of the best athletes I've ever seen in the Lady Bear program, and she just keeps getting better and better and better.
See her points there against Texas Tech on Monday, 21-9 for Nalissa Smith. She's averaging 15.5 a game. Scoring-wise, 9.5 rebounds a game. And there is Nalissa Smith to lead the Lady Bears against Southern University this afternoon. Day game in the holiday mode here on the Baylor campus. Southern is 0-3 coming into the game. Baylor is 4-1. And Jim, the Lady Bears are 2-0 in Big 12 play, having knocked off West Virginia and Tech to open Big 12 play.
And much to the delight of Coach Kim Mulkey, holding those opponents to 46 and 45 points, respectively, leading the nation in field goal percentage defense at 31% per game.
See our officials today: Eric Bruton, Nikisha Thompson, and Julie Cromanhook. Jump ball is called. The ball goes over to Southern. 5 starters for Kim Mulkey and the 7th-ranked Lady Bears: Dee Dee Richards, Moon Urson, Trinity Oliver, Nalissa Smith, whom we spoke of, and Queen Egbo.
Well, Egbo and Nalissa Smith have gotten in foul trouble most every game. Let's see if they can overcome that here this afternoon. Good start for Southern, getting the ball into the post, scoring on their first possession.
Raven White with the bucket in the paint area. First 2 go the way of the Southern Jaguars. Baylor's ball. Moon Urson into the paint to Queen Egbo, and she drops it in. Nice assist and nice touch by Queen Egbo.
Well, perfect job in that pick and roll. Egbo is so much stronger than most of the inside players she faces. Terrific athlete, just like Nalissa Smith.
Caitlin Davis, Kayla Watson, Amani McQuain, Tanira Moore, and Raven White, the 5 starters for Coach Carlos Funchess and Southern University.
Oh, what an impressive start for Southern. First 2 possessions, 2 buckets in a row. Playing with a lot of poise. John, this team, Southern, has already played at Kansas State, at Oklahoma State, at Wichita State. So certainly they're not intimidated to coming into a Power 5 conference arena.
Yeah, and they've got Mississippi State coming up, and on Monday they'll play in Lubbock against Texas Tech. So tough schedule they put together here in non-conference. Turnover by the Lady Bears. Southern's ball. Jumper top of the key is no good. Rebound by Nalissa Smith.
A nice block out by Nalissa Smith there. This Southern team likes to crash the offensive glass.
Nalissa misses, but Moon Urson flies in to put the bucket in.
What a heads-up play by Moon Urson coming out of that left wing position, going hard to the bucket. Jaguars did not even come close to blocking her off the offensive glass.
Senior from Destrehan, Louisiana, against this team from Baton Rouge.
Both teams starting out half-court man-to-man as expected, but Southern, they will go to zone defense.
4-4 our score, 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the first quarter here in the Farrell Center. Mentioned a busy week for the Lady Bears. They played Monday against Tech. There's a driving layup that is good, and Southern regains the lead, 6-4, the bucket by Tanira Moore.
Yeah, that was a terrific drive to the basket by Moore that time, challenging the bigger Baylor players inside.
Trinity Oliver, the offensive rebound, and putback will roll in for her.
Nice job by Trinity Oliver, coming off of a double-figure scoring game against Texas Tech, and she had 10. Played very, very well.
Second of 4 games this week for the Lady Bears. They played and beat Texas Tech in a conference game on Monday. 91-46 was the final score. They'll play Southern today. They'll play the makeup game with Northwestern State on Friday, and then McNeese State hopefully comes up on Saturday.
Nice defensive effort by Southern that time, jumping in the passing lane as Baylor tried the quick entry pass to the post to Nalissa Smith. Good job by Trinity Oliver keeping the basketball alive and getting her first 2 of the game.
Whistle and a foul. Nalissa Smith may have free throws coming for the Lady Bears.
Now, Nalissa Smith is off to a great start from the free throw line this year. Made 30 of her first 36. By far leads the Baylor team in free throws attempted. Dejanay Carrington has 20. Nalissa Smith has 36.
Yeah, she's 8th in the league in free throw percentage. For a post player, that is really impressive.
83%. That'll work for anybody. Has such a beautiful follow through. Consistency is the name of the game at the free throw line. Shoot it the same way every time. Watch her follow through here. Puts a perfect spin on the ball. Well, just as I'm right.
You could have predicted that would happen.
Well, that's the way it goes.
Queen Egbo, the rebound on the missed free throw by Nalissa. Preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, and Baylor throws it away, turns it over. Pass on the perimeter. Goes past Dee Dee Richards and out of bounds.
Yeah, Trinity Oliver thought Dee Dee Richards was going to stay out on that wing, but she chose to break to the open spot there in the key area and just malfunction at the junction.
Great to have Dee Dee Richards healthy and back on the floor. We'll have more on her coming up at halftime today.
Yeah, it's interesting. Dee Dee, after that terrible injury, she's got the second most minutes average per game on the team.
Wow.
So
not exactly.
She's averaging almost 30 minutes a game, which is phenomenal.
Drive, layup, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Will stay with Southern.
Very smart play by Southern. The way the Lady Bears like to put pressure on the ball, if they've got quickness, can drive quick. That forces that Baylor defensive team rotation to cut off the driving lane.
Entry pass contested on the perimeter. Here comes Southern. Nice pass. And they'll kick it back out, and a steal by Moon Urson. She's off to the races. She will lay it in for 2.
A great anticipation by Moon Urson. Chalk that up to scouting report. All that is knowing the tendencies. She thought of it real quick and broke into the passing lane to get the easy 2.
Moon Urson with 4 here in the early going. Lady Bears lead at 9-6 over Southern. They're out rebounding the Jaguars 6-0 at this point.
Oh, a nice left-handed quick move that time for Raven White. She scored earlier in the game. Very strong post player for the Southern Jaguars. She's only averaging 6 points per game coming in, but she's their leading rebounder, averaging 7 boards per outing.
A couple of subs off the bench for Southern. Chloe Fleming is in, 5'6" guard from Bourg, Louisiana. And Nakia Kinsey out of Clopton, Alabama. Shooting free throws, this is Raven White. Rims out.
And the Lady Bears won the national championship in 2019. This Southern University team was in the NCAA playoffs, won the Southwestern Athletic Conference that year, tournament and regular season play. Very good program going for Coach Carlos Funchess and his Southern Jaguar program.
That was his first year, wasn't it?
It was. This is his 3rd year as head coach after being the assistant for 14 years in a very successful program.
Lady Bears lead by 3. Nice pass. Richards to Smith. Missed the first one. Got a second opportunity and puts it in. Well,
she robbed Dee Dee of a great assist, but padded her rebound total by getting that offensive rebound after her miss.
He's going to have some more chances. She's leading the Big 12 in assists.
Yeah, led the Big 12 last year in assist to turnover ratio, which is phenomenal.
Raven White turnaround left-hand jumper is good.
Well, I tell you, that young lady right there is very impressive so far, meeting the challenge against Queen Egbo and Nalissa Smith inside.
Taking it right to him. 11-8 our score, 3-point lead. Nalissa Smith on the baseline is fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. 4:31 on the clock, first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. Baylor and Southern, a matinee in the Farrell Center, and we'll be right back. Baylor women's coach Kim Mulkey on the sidelines. Her 21st season as the head coach here at Baylor. Four-time NCAA champion, 3 of those as the head coach here at Baylor. Banners hanging in the Farrell Center for national championships won by Coach Mulkey. 606 career wins and the fastest coach in Division I to reach the 600-win mark.
And, John, that is a phenomenal achievement. You just think about that, all the fabulous coaches that have come through the ranks, and she gets to 600 wins faster than anybody. Just amazing.
700 games. She had 600 victories. All of that coming here at Baylor. Here's a charge drawn by D.D. Richards in the open floor.
Whenever she does something good on the defensive end, it's certainly no surprise. The reigning National Defensive Player of the Year. Back before the Texas Tech game, she got a great ovation when the Naismith plaque was presented to her as National Defensive Player of the Year. Now in that point guard position, and she's doing a good job there. Southern in a zone defense.
Caitlin Bickle was on the floor for the Lady Bears out of that last time out.
Well, great pass. Melissa Smith just missing some easy baskets inside.
Comes Southern with the drive and a foul and a free throw coming. Going to put Chloe Fleming at the free throw line for Southern. Carlos Funchess is the head coach for Southern. 2019 SWAC Coach of the Year. Year Jim was talking about his first year. They were 20-13. His first year as the head coach after 14 seasons as an assistant at Southern. Followed that up with a 16-14 record in the shortened season a year ago.
I remember when he played at Louisiana Monroe. He was a star player over there and played in the pro ranks for several years. And a man that's very, very well qualified for the leadership role he holds now at Southern University. And I'm sure there's many bright days ahead for this program. And he's got a good game plan coming out here against the Lady Bears, challenging quickly and early down the paint with drives and with entry passes in the Raven White on the block.
Well, and here for Baylor off the bench is Dejanay Carrington. She's the grad transfer from Stanford. Man, what a difference she has made. How well is she playing, Jim?
Well, you know, I think of our old Baylor Bear, Vinnie Johnson, being called the microwave. She's the microwave of the Lady Bears.
There you go.
She comes in, and boy, she was brilliant against West Virginia. Had 14 points in that third quarter on the road, and then came in just Monday night against Texas Tech and scored 13 quick points. Good look at Dejanay Carrington, the transfer from Stanford University.
Guster's also off the bench, shooting free throws. Guster's the freshman of Irving MacArthur High School. First one rolls off.
Well, she made a couple of terrific quick moves against Texas Tech on Monday night. Starting to show her skill set.
Missed them both out of bounds off of Caitlin Bickle. Ball goes over to Southern.
Lady Bears not shooting free throws well here so far. For the season, they come in shooting at 69%, but not so far today.
Yeah, just 2 of 6 so far shooting free throws for Baylor, missing some opportunities. 3 ball is no good, top of the key. Rebound Baylor, D.D. Richards on the run out. Head to Carrington, long range 3, rims out. Boy, that one had some distance on it, wouldn't go down.
Well, obviously she's got the green light from Coach Mulkey and the Baylor coaching staff. If she's open to take the perimeter shot, take it.
3:15 and counting. First quarter here in the Farrell Center. A matinee game between Baylor and Southern.
Oh, good. Did you see D.D. Richards ran into that high post screen, and she got fouled, but she did a great acting job when she got bumped. She made sure the striped shirt saw her getting bruised.
Bonnie McWayne with the foul.
You had a good look at sophomore Jordan Oliver just coming into the lineup for the Lady Bears. We'll see her more here in a second, but she had a terrific game. Coming in now, you can see her in the middle of your picture to get the inbounds pass. Jordan Oliver had 8 points and 8 rebounds in that game against Texas Tech Monday night. Really played her best all-around game as a Lady Bear.
Jordan Oliver on the floor out of Prosper High School. That one will roll in the paint, too, for Baylor.
Well, that's the freshman post. Hannah Gusters from Irving MacArthur High School. You can see she's got a lot of confidence and takes that shot quick.
14-10 advantage for Baylor. 2:42 and counting first quarter. Fleming dribbles on the perimeter for Southern.
You can see Southern certainly trying to control the pace of this game, using lots of shot clock on every possession.
On the hands of Tynesha Metcalf, puts up a long-range shot. Out of bounds, shot clock violation. Good defense by Baylor on that Southern possession.
Yeah, terrific defense, especially by Jordan Oliver, on-ball defender that time. Did not give Southern a good look at the hoop.
Remains 14-10, Baylor on top. Drive to the bucket by Caitlin Bickle. Just kind of tucked that ball away like a football running.
She sure did. She protected it like she was getting ready to get hit.
Yeah.
She got a strong, nice finish. You know, Caitlin Bickle's such a good outside shooter. Those inside defenders have got to come out on her. When they do, she can drive to the basket just like she did then.
Bickle, her first 2 of the day, puts Baylor up 6. And the whistle's going to stop play. It's a foul on Baylor, a blocking foul.
Take a look at that last move now by Caitlin Bickle. Good ball fake, and she just lowers that head and goes tough quickly to the bucket. Nice move for a post player. Junior out of the state of Arizona, making a nice contribution for the Lady Bears so far this year.
I was half expecting a traveling call there, but it was just 2 big steps to the hoop for the bucket. Free throw snaps, a couple of free throws snaps, a 2-minute, 15-second scoring drought by Southern.
You know, Southern played here last year, but there was only 2 players on the team that took part in that game. Imani McQuain and Tanira Moore were the only 2 Jaguars that played here in last year's contest.
That entry pass gets past Baylor's Hannah Gusters, out of bounds. Turnover, Baylor. Turnover by the Lady Bears. That's certainly been a topic of.
Yeah, that draws the ire quickly of Coach Mulkey. Calm over there right now, but that's 4 turnovers in the first quarter. That's too many against a team not playing more pressure than Southern is.
See on the screen, 4 turnovers apiece. Baylor leads by 4. 84 seconds of the first quarter. Bria Lee into the paint, kicks it left side. She steps out of bounds. Ball in the hands of Imani McQuain, who Jim just mentioned. Started her drive, but stepped out of bounds. Turnover number 5 by Southern.
A good defense by Caitlin Bickle on her. There we go, the 5th turnover of the ball game. Not a good decision by Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, that look on her face kind of says it all. Turnover number 5. Well, here comes Southern back with possession of the ball. Down by 4. They've had a couple of free throws, but no field goals for closing in on 4 minutes by Southern.
Nice give and go basketball, not open, well defended by Baylor.
White.
Yeah, White. Well, I tell you what, she's got a good repertoire in that paint. Good quick move.
Free left corner. That one is no good by Sarah Andrews, the freshman. But Baylor gets the offensive rebound.
Oh, good hands by Hannah Gusters in traffic.
And she gets it back, puts it up and in. So we'll give them 3 chances, and the Lady Bears end up with 2 points.
That 4th point of the ball game for Hannah Gusters. The coaching staff really thinks she has some great potential. She's got good size. Obviously, she's got good strength. She's got a nice shooting touch. Not only quick release, but she's just got a very soft touch from the corner.
Final 5 seconds of the quarter. Drive, layup, good. Nice drive up and in for the bucket. And that will get us to the end of the first quarter. Cabria Lee with the lay-in for Southern. Makes it a 4-point game. End of 1 in the Farrell Center. Back to begin the second quarter here in the Farrell Center, the campus of Baylor University in Waco. 4-point lead for the Lady Bears. Women's college basketball history was made last night with Stanford's win over Pacific. It gave their legendary head coach, Tara Vanderveer, 1,099 wins. Jim, she moves one win ahead of Pat Summitt as the winningest Division I women's college basketball coach of all time.
Well, of course, she was the Olympic coach in 1996. She's had so many accolades, well-deserved. I know Coach Kim Mulkey speaks often of how much she thinks of Tara Vanderveer and the fabulous job she does at Stanford.
Some of her accomplishments along a long career. Majority of those wins at Stanford. I think Ohio State before that. But a real milestone moving past Pat Summitt. And they really paid tribute to Pat Summitt as they celebrated the accomplishment of Coach Vanderveer also.
Well, they should have.
Yeah.
Two great coaches right there that have done a lot for the women's game in America.
Bickle with a bucket coming out of the timeout, 20-14 Baylor. And an entry pass is knocked away. And the ball goes over to Southern.
Well, that's the fifth turnover for the Lady Bears in the ball game, and certainly not great pressure, but good positioning by Southern University.
Three-pointer right wing is no good. An offensive rebound. A putback is up and in. So on the offensive glass, a rebound and a putback by Raven White.
Well, she's made a real impact in this game and done it in many different ways, off the board, scoring. Just a terrific player.
And Baylor comes right back. That is Sarah Andrews with three.
Yeah, nice kick out to open that shot up for Sarah Andrews. She made 2 threes against Texas Tech Monday night, the first 2 3 balls of her Lady Bear career.
First made 3 today by Baylor. Drive, there's contact, and a foul is going to be called. This one will be on Hannah Gusters.
You're not going to gain much of an advantage without fouling if you're reaching. How about that kick out by Caitlin Bickle to Sarah Andrews? Good heads-up play by Bickle off the offensive rebound.
Makes it 23-16, Baylor on top. Free throw is good.
This Southern Ball Club's playing very, very smart so far. Lady Bears not at their best, don't look anything like they did with their speed and quickness against Texas Tech Monday night. But Southern's done a nice job of slowing the pace of the game and picking their spots where they attack the Lady Bear defense.
One of 2 free throws makes it 23-17, Baylor leads. A whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Southern.
You know, Kim Mulkey said in preparing for this ball game that Southern always plays very physical, and they're doing that here this afternoon at the Farrell Center as we see Queen Egbo coming back on the floor. But my hat's off to the preparation that Southern has in their game plan.
Into the paint, entry pass, shot up, no, but a jump ball tie-up is what is called. And on the alternate possession, it's going to go over to the Southern Jaguars.
I like that strategy by Baylor. Carrington at 5'11", much bigger than the 5'8" defender, so they posted her up on the block. She had a lot of success doing that at Stanford in her career in the Pac-12, so she's, I'm sure scouting reports indicate that she likes to do that.
Dee Richards back on the floor. That ever-present smile for Dee as she trots back out there. It's the Defensive Player of the Year in college basketball, Dee Richards. Nice pass on the break, pull-up jumper. No, too hard on the bank. And the rebound by Southern.
Well, that was really a good pass by the freshman Sarah Andrews, getting it to the middle of the floor and then to Jordan Oliver on that left wing.
Baylor by 6.
Oh, my, great defense by Dee Richards, jumping out there on the screen on the ball. That's why she is the national defensive. Watch this now. Watch this. Just stepping out there, just terrific anticipation on that pick and roll. Ooh, every time she goes down, I hold my breath after that horrible injury back in October.
She pops right back up. That's amazing.
Who says basketball is not a contact sport? When you're Dee Richards, it is.
More on Dee coming up at halftime today. There's a travel and another turnover by Baylor. Turnover number 7, 8 here in the first half. Alyssa Smith back on the floor for the Lady Bears as Bickle goes to the bench. Here comes Moon Urson back on as well.
Well, the Lady Bears have played 10 players, and that may be a reason why there's not a lot of continuity on the offensive end so far, but no excuse really for 8 turnovers this early in the contest.
Southern into the front court, trailing by just 6 here to the 7th-ranked Lady Bears. Really lost it, saves the possession. 10 to shoot for the Jaguars. Drive shot partially blocked, and then the ball saved inbounds by Queen Egbo. Good defense by Baylor. Nalissa Smith running the floor will lay it in.
Well, and how about the assist to the was that was Sarah Andrews, the freshman, making that beautiful pass to Nalissa Smith.
Great job running the fast break. Andrews to Smith for the bucket. Timeout Southern with Baylor up by 8 now, 25-17. Here's another look.
And how about that speed by Nalissa Smith getting down the floor, freshman to preseason player of the year, making it work for the Lady Bears.
The bigs, if they'll run the floor, they'll get rewarded for it. We just saw it right there in the bucket.
Well, that's 2 straight great passes by Sarah Andrews, and certainly the Lady Bears need somebody to emerge as their point guard. She's making a good case so far here this afternoon.
Alyssa Smith 5 points on the afternoon so far. Moon Urson with 4. Raven White leading Southern with 7 points here in the first half.
Well, Southern's done a very nice job of getting those entry passes into Raven White on the block.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment. Alyssa Smith, the last bucket that puts Baylor up 25-17 on Southern. Alyssa Smith has reached the 800-point milestone for her Baylor career, scoring-wise, and she's just getting going. Alyssa Smith going to have a lot more points in her Baylor career.
Well, she can do so many things. This is such an athletic person, and this takes advantage of her quickness, her speed, her vertical jump, nice shooting touch. She does it all.
Very athletic. We saw that running the floor. Here she steps out defensively. Three-pointer is no good.
Nice job by Southern coming out of that quarter break with a nice open shot at the basket. Good execution.
Moon Urson, skip pass far corner. Andrews a 3. It is no good. Urson the rebound. Knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. Will stay with Baylor.
Well, Southern's in that zone defense right now. Lady Bears tried the cross-court pass to the wide-open Dejanay Carrington, but not able to get the knockdown.
Bounce to Andrews. Thought about a 3 again, and maybe thought about it too much. Shuffled her feet, and that's a turnover by Baylor. That is number 9 in the first half, turnover-wise.
Well, Southern's done a nice job of changing their defenses. I wouldn't say it's confused the Baylor Lady Bears, but has certainly made them uncomfortable in their offensive attacks so far. Kind of scoring in spurts here this afternoon.
Southern shooting 40% so far in the first half. And coming into the game, as Jim said, Baylor leads the nation in field goal percentage defense.
They'll lead the nation in assists and field goal percentage defense. 2 nice accolades.
Ball knocked away on the break. It's Queen Egbo on the end of that break with a bucket and a foul.
Well, how about that now? You had Nalissa Smith scoring on one fast break. Now the other post player, Queen Egbo, showing her athleticism, coming down the floor, breaking in on that right-hand side. Just doing a great job in traffic, good finish, good concentration for Queen Egbo. Preseason first team all Big 12 selection.
Free throw is no good. That was another assist by Sarah Andrews also. And as Southern puts the ball back in play, there's an unforced error in the backcourt, a traveling call. So Southern commits turnover number 10 here in the first half.
Well, Baylor doing a nice job now picking up the tempo of the game.
10-point lead, biggest of the game for Baylor.
Lady Bears always do a nice job on their out-of-bounds plays under their own basket. Right there, got the easy look for Queen Egbo. Just could not get the easy jump shot to fall from the free throw line, but it was good execution. How about that assist? Freshman again, Sarah Andrews. Not trying to sound like the president of her fan club, but I certainly like the way she's playing here this afternoon. Doing a lot of things well.
Well, she's got 3 nice assists. First bucket of the day for D.D. Richards. Biggest lead of the game for Baylor at 12, 29-17. That ball knocked out of bounds or lost out of bounds, so it goes over to Baylor as Trinity Oliver comes back on the floor. 29-17 is the Baylor lead. The Bears riding a couple of really impressive streaks here at home. 58 straight home victories.
Longest in the nation.
Just active streak in the nation. Then 58 straight home non-conference wins. We're trying to extend a couple of those today, and then 2 more games later in the week here as well.
D.D. Richards now playing the point for the Lady Bears after Sarah Andrews goes out.
Moon-Urson loops the pass back to Melissa Smith. 16-footer is no good. Egbo the offensive rebound and kick out.
Very nice work by Egbo getting in position for that long offensive rebound. Nice kiss off the glass. Good balance. Egbo now, she had a terrific game at South Florida, which was a game that not many people talked about, but that was a tough road assignment. In fact, that South Florida team that Egbo scored 25 points against, they came back and beat Mississippi State the next game, who was 4th in the nation. So anyway, Egbo, if she can just get consistent, she would help the Lady Bear cause tremendously.
Fight for that rebound. Trinity Oliver comes up with it. Missed her shot, but got it back and put it in.
Yeah, nice determination by Trinity Oliver. She's waited her turn to be a prominent player in this Lady Bear lineup, and she is playing very well this season. Started all 5 games so far, 6 now counting today, and as you can see, she's a terrific competitor.
It's a 13-1 run by the Lady Bears over the last 4:18 of this game. Look at those offensive rebounding numbers, 13-2. Baylor with the advantage.
Well, that's the strength the Lady Bears have, and they're going to have to play up to all year.
What is it, Daniel? Points off turnovers. It's like 20-4, I think, for Baylor. Or points.
There you go. Well, it looked like D.D. Richards was going to pick up another charging call, but that time a half step late, according to the striped shirts. Got a good crew working here today. Eric Bruton, Nakisha Thompson, and Julie Cromanhook. Coach Kim Mulkey not happy with the call, but not many calls she is happy with.
Second chance points is 18-2 in favor of Baylor. Now they built this lead, 33-17. Free ball top of the key is no good. Bangs hard off the backboard. Rebounded by Queen Egbo. Up the floor in a hurry to Moon-Urson, but she traveled with it before she got rid of it.
Well, good job getting the ball up the floor quickly, but gives Southern University credit for a very nice defensive play, jumping into the lane of the receiver from that pass. Southern team doing a lot of things well. Lady Bears, though, getting locked in on defense now.
Now 4.5-minute scoring drought by the Jaguars. Dribbling top of the key is Imani McQueen. It's up her dribble. 10 to shoot for Southern. It's Nakia Kinsey, senior out of Clopton, Alabama. McQueen off balance shot is good. Just beat the shot clock buzzer.
That was a terrific shot that time on the finish. Just jumped up and over the Baylor defender, but good defense for 30 seconds by the Lady Bears.
An entry pass is stolen away. Easy pickings there. Turnover Baylor.
Yeah, Trinity Oliver did not give a ball fake or anything. Just kept looking into the low post and gave Southern time to adjust their defense to jump in that passing line.
Tanira Moore for Southern, a junior from Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, not a good floor game so far by either team. 21 turnovers so far in today's contest. Played 17 minutes and have 21 turnovers. Both coaches would tell you that is way too many.
These Dejanay Carrington back on the floor for the Lady Bears. Cabria Lee puts the ball back in play for Southern. Gets it back. Ball knocked away and stolen.
Nice hands by Nalissa Smith.
Pass ahead to Smith. Southern gets back defensively. Nice pass underneath. Shot blocked in there. Then goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Lady Bears.
A heads-up play by Nalissa Smith, getting the ball across the paint to Dejanay Carrington, who was posted up on the other side. Lady Bears always have good success with out-of-bounds plays under their own bucket. Let's see what they do now.
Inbounds to Moon Urson.
Trying to get a little 2-on-2 action for Nalissa Smith and Moon.
It's an up. Top of the key or straight away in the paint area. Shot is no good. Drive and a charge is taken by Dejanay Carrington.
A nice job by the graduate transfer from Stanford. Anticipated that penetration wisely. Yeah, good job right there by the, as I said, lady with great experience. Was injured last year and only got to play in 4 games at Stanford, but before that was an all-conference player in the Pac-12.
Yeah, she was part of those 1,099 wins by Vanderbilt.
How about that execution? Dee Richards and Queen Egbo doing the pick and roll as good as you can do it.
And here is another charge taken by Baylor, this one by Queen Egbo. 8 points, 5 rebounds.
Watch this execution now. Dee Richards coming off the screen by Queen Egbo. Egbo rolls to the basket. Nice assist by Dee Richards.
It's Baylor up 35-19 as we near the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. You want to stay with us at halftime. Very dramatic story of Dee Richards, her injury and her rehab to get her back on the floor and playing at such a high level. Mrs. Smith is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Lady Bears, as you can see, really concentrating now on trying to get the ball into Queen Egbo and Nalissa Smith as often as they possibly can.
5 points, 3 rebounds so far for Smith.
And Egbo, the other post player, has 8 points on 4 out of 6 field goal attempts.
Nalissa Smith 9th in the league in scoring, 15.6 points per game. She's 4th in the league in rebounding, 9.4 rebounds per game. A couple of free throws there. Got 7 on the day, and the Lady Bears lead it 37.
First time today, John, Lady Bears going into that 2-2-1 3/4 court trap, just trying to harass the opponents, making them a little uncomfortable. Different look.
Southern into their front court. And to shoot, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound Carrington. Lead pass to Nalissa Smith, and she's fouled.
No, I think they're going to get her for a travel. Yeah, she was off balance actually when she got that pass and did shuffle those feet. Tough break. Another great job by Nalissa Smith running the floor, using her speed. You can see right here, good hands handling the ball, but she did hop a little bit on the finish.
So Southern with the ball, minute 15 to play before halftime. Baylor's opened up the lead 37-19. Three-pointer left wing, no good.
Nice block out by Dee Richards. She does everything well.
Anisha Metcalf with that 3 attempt that wouldn't go. 1 minute to play in the half. Southern now down to 35% shooting, 0 for 6 from three-point range. Smith.
Yep, using her athleticism, missed a little easy shot. She's got to concentrate and get those down. You're 8 feet from the bucket. Her ability to jump up and over the defenders. She'll get to go back to the charity stripe now. And John, very interesting. There's only been 1 3-point basket made in the entire first half by both of these teams. Baylor has 1 3. Southern has 0. Very unusual in modern day basketball to see that few number of threes made or attempted.
Baylor has doubled the score on Southern.
Yeah, Baylor's tried 5 3-point shots and Southern's only tried 6.
Nice touch. 20-point lead for the Lady Bears.
Melissa Smith now 5 of 8 at the charity stripe.
16-2 run by the Lady Bears over the last 6+ minutes. Open up that 20-point lead. This was a 4-point game at the end of the first quarter. Runner shot doesn't make it to the rim. Loose ball grabbed by Queen Egbo.
Now Lady Bears will work for the last shot of this first half. Dee Richards is used to being over in one of those corners, not at the point the last couple of years, but let's see what she can do out front, orchestrating a final play.
Now 8 seconds to go to Smith. 18-footer is no good. Richards, the rebound, the putback, falls in for Dee Richards.
I would say she did it very well. That's the advantage of having a 6-foot 1-inch point guard.
Halftime in the Farrell Center. Baylor leads Southern 41-19. We'll be right back. You're watching Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus from the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas. Baylor Lady Bears, number 7 in the nation, a 41-19 win over Southern here at halftime. John Morris alongside Jim Haller. Jim, an 18-2 run by the Lady Bears to close the half. Big part of that was the productivity of Dee Richards.
Well, just as you would expect, Dee Richards, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, showing why she's the National Defensive Player of the Year. Just a terrific leader, and even more than that, a fantastic person.
And it's especially amazing when you consider the career-threatening injury to Dee in practice on October 24th. Back to begin the third quarter of this matchup today. Some of the fans in the stands, crowd of just over 2,000 socially distanced. We're limited to 25% capacity here in the Farrell Center. Jim, I can't wait till the days when we can fill this place up and have great crowds here supporting the Bears and the Lady Bears.
Well, I'm a little bit selfish. I can't wait till we get back down there by courtside.
That too, yeah.
I've got nosebleed up here, brother.
That's a very good point. Lady Bears into the first half on an 18-2 run. They lead at 41-19 as we begin the third quarter.
Interesting stat, partner. Baylor has 36 shots the first half to only 21 for Southern. So that's the big difference maker in the contest right now.
Rebounding was big in Baylor's favor, 29-11. Offensive rebounding was even more one-sided. The first bucket of the half is a three-pointer for Southern.
Yeah, first three-pointer of the game for Southern. So each team has one now. Southern started the game out with a nice wing shot and opened the second half the same way.
That's Chloe Fleming with the three-pointer for Southern.
You can see how Southern has that zone packed way back in there right now. But Queen Egbo, she's got it going. That's her 10th point of the ball game. Baylor's going to have to knock down some three-point shots to get many easy entry passes like that. But so far, so good for the Lady Bears. One three-point bucket for each team.
44 or 43-21. Baylor on top. Jaguars mid-range jumper. That one is no good. Ball lost out of bounds. Will stay with visitors from Baton Rouge.
White did a nice job that time for Southern, challenging Egbo, going for the offensive rebound. There was the quick outside shot on the first possession by Southern. That's pretty impressive because that's against Dee Richards. Nice step back shot for Southern to open the second half.
And here we go, back to play. Southern inbounding on their own baseline. Down by 22 to the Lady Bears. Just getting going third quarter here in the Farrell Center. Bears back in action on Friday. It's the makeup game against Northwestern State.
Well, that's two in a row against Dee Richards' defense. Who was that knocked that down? Was that Tanisha Metcalf?
It was.
I believe it was.
It
yeah,
was.
Nice play.
And they only gave her a two-pointer. I think her foot must have been on the line. So a 2 for Metcalf makes it 43-23, and Baylor comes right back.
Yeah, Oliver steps right in there to the elbow, as we like to refer to it, at the free throw line. Nice execution by the Baylor Lady Bears to start the second half.
Teams trading buckets to start this third quarter. Entry pass knocked away by Nalissa Smith. Oliver, the pass to Moon Urson, who will miss the layup, but Nalissa Smith trailing, gets it, puts it up, no good, and then a tie-up on the rebound follow.
Well, certainly should have made the easy layup on the run out. I believe that was Moon Urson that missed it, and then Nalissa Smith, good effort on the offensive glass to keep the ball in the possession of the Lady Bears.
Inbounding on the baseline underneath, and the bucket is good.
That was Queen Egbo once again having a terrific offensive game so far. Lady Bears leading scorer now with 12 points in the contest.
So Queen Egbo, you mentioned, had 25 points.
At South Florida.
At South Florida, her first game of the year, did not play in the Lady Bears opener, but has had only 19 combined points since then, but really coming through and having a nice game to this point today. The run out by Baylor. Dee Richards saves it inbounds behind the back. Then a dive on the floor by Nalissa Smith. Trinity Oliver in the paint, shot no good. Boy, a lot of hustle on that play. Unfortunately, did not result in a basket.
Lady Bears trying to speed the pace of this game up. Did a good job in the second quarter, and they want to keep it going, making those long passes up the floor, but just a little long to do it smoothly that time.
Long range three is no good. Offensive rebound. Lost out of bounds and over to Baylor.
Well, nice effort by Southern. They are not afraid to mix it up with the Lady Bears.
Dee Richards right in the middle of that. Ball going over to Baylor. Kia Kinsey comes back on the floor for Southern.
Interesting so far, Lady Bears' second leading scorer on the year, Dejanay Carrington, has not scored in today's contest, but how about Trinity Oliver coming back and getting another quick bucket here to start the second half. Nice job on that baseline, good balance. Well, she can start hitting that mid-range jumper. That would be a big, big plus for this ball club.
She was open.
Yeah, need a little more outside shooting consistency.
Nursen harassing in the backcourt. Southern in the front court, turns it over. Alley-oop, missed the shot, but put up and in. Trinity Oliver again.
That? 6 quick points for Trinity Oliver to start this second half. She and Egbo have all the Lady Bear points so far. Nalissa Smith should have had one there.
Oliver now with 10 on the day and double-figure scoring.
Yeah, her second straight double-figure scoring game.
8-0 run for the Lady Bears over the last 2:21 of this game. Here they are on the run again. Smith to Oliver. Defense gets back for Southern. Sets up, three, no good by Moon Urson. Queen Egbo with the offensive rebound. Misses on the putback, but she is fouled.
Really a nice job by Egbo positioning herself for that long rebound after the three-point miss by Moon Urson. But let's take a look now as we're going to see Nalissa Smith getting the long pass down the floor to Oliver and then coming right back out for the wide open three-point effort by Moon Urson. But look on the offside, Queen Egbo using her strength to go back to the charity stripe.
It's the free throw. Free throws have not gone well for Baylor so far today. With that miss, Baylor is now just 6 of 14 shooting free throws.
Yeah, that's one area of the game where Queen Egbo really needs to get better. She was only a 45% free throw shooter last year, and if she's going to play in the tough closing minutes of close games, she's got to be able to make free throws, or obviously the opponent would foul her on every touch.
Baylor is a team at 69% shooting free throws coming into this game today. 1 of 2 there. Layup, no. Contested. Lead pass to Dee Richards. Saves it inbounds to Nalissa. And she will bank it in with a foul.
Yeah, nice job by Nalissa Smith. Reading Dee Richards having to struggle to save that long pass. Look at Dee kicking it back out. And then Nalissa seeing the defense's spread. And she just uses her quickness to get quickly to the rack for another bucket.
11-0 run by the Lady Bears. That is over the last 3 minutes, 12 seconds of this game.
Yeah, hard to imagine this was a 4-point ball game at the end of the first quarter. And Southern's had trouble in the second half this year. They were 20-20 with Oklahoma State at the half last week. and ended up getting beat by 30 points.
Wow. Huh.
But they
tied at halftime.
It was tied at halftime. And of course, they're coming off of a 4-point, very close loss that they thought they should have won at Wichita State a few days back.
Queen Egbo staying with it on the offensive glass. Is going to go back to the free throw line.
I think this is a good lesson for Queen Egbo, where if she does not get in foul trouble, she's going to be on the court. And obviously, the more playing time you get, the more comfortable you get. And Egbo's showing you today how effective she can be. Just a terrific outing so far.
38-10 points in the paint in favor of Baylor. A couple of free throws there, and the Lady Bears lead at 56-23.
Yeah, Lady Bears in that 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap. Now it looks like the Lady Bears are in a 2-3 zone. Watch for lightning, John.
Yeah,
Watch
exactly.
for lightning. Yeah, they're in a 2-3 zone defense.
Mark
My
it
goodness.
down. Mark it down. Leaner, left side, no good. Fight for the rebound, and a travel was called.
Well, that was interesting. Lady Bears certainly trying a lot of things now as conference season approaches.
Gets us to a timeout. Lady Bears showing a little zone and leading Southern 56-23. Baylor out rebounding Southern today, 38-15. Jim Haller 22-5 on the offensive glass, and man, they have turned that into points. Up 29-4 in second chance points today by Baylor.
Well, obviously that was a big part of the scouting report and preparation for this game. Baylor much bigger, quicker, faster, and stronger. And every player on the floor so far has taken part in that advantage for the Lady Bears. Lots of different players have gone to the offensive glass very, very effectively.
Helps Baylor to a 56-24 lead over Southern as play resumes on the floor in the Farrell Center. 4.5 minutes to play, third quarter. And Gusters is on. Gusters didn't need a second chance. She rolls that one in from the right side.
Well, she's very mature as an offensive player. When her defense catches up with her offense, she's going to be something else. She's a real weapon right now because she knows how to get her shot off quickly.
Moving her feet defensively. Here's a three by Southern that has the nice roll. Shooter's touch there for a three.
Yeah, third overall three ball of the ball game. 2 by the Jaguars, 1 for the Bears.
It's Jordan Akins with that three-pointer, junior out of Chicago.
And Jordan Oliver making a nice move into the paint to get the initial shot, then held her position to get the putback opportunity. Another second chance points opportunity, but now she'll get to go to the stripe. Mentioned earlier, this young lady, the sophomore from Prosper, Texas, had 8 points and 8 rebounds against Texas Tech for her best overall outing as a Lady Bear. Coaches think this young lady has a terrific future in this program, has lots of ability. She just needs to get comfortable and stay confident.
Also did she have 8 assists in that game?
Yeah,
also?
8 points. Yeah, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Was it 8 assists,
8
also?
assists, yeah.
Wow.
And only 1 turnover.
That's amazing.
That is a very solid floor game for Jordan.
Lady Bears back in that 2-2-1. Let's see if they go back into that zone once again. Looks like they are. Hannah Gusters, the big freshman, in the middle. Caitlin Bickle at 6'1" on the back row. Very interesting. I like it myself. I like changing defenses. Just keep your opponent a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, non-conference games, don't you work on things that you might need or want to use during conference play? On the floor, Gusters missed that one. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I like the fact that Gusters is comfortable using her left and right hand in the paint area. Shield that defense with your body and use the other hand. She does it well.
Baylor to inbound on their baseline. Inbounds it comes to Jordan Oliver. Was an adjustment in the score. They changed a 2-point field goal to a 3-pointer by Southern back in the 9 minutes.
Yeah, good pass by Jordan Oliver that time inside the Gusters. She just holds her position so very, very well.
Bench points fairly even today. Part of that win for Baylor over Texas Tech on Monday. Baylor's bench outscored Tech's bench 42-4.
Well, that's the beauty of this Baylor team. They're just going to keep getting bigger, better, and better and better. You've got the graduate transfer in Carrington and then the 2 freshmen. So they're all just learning the Baylor way.
Carrington feeds Bickle. That shot from the left side won't fall.
Carrington, the second leading scorer on the team, averaging 14 per game, is yet to score here this afternoon.
She hadn't really looked to shoot much, has she?
Oh, nice drive. Using that left hand to get the finish against Oliver.
Foul's going to be called on Jordan Oliver. Stops the clock. 2:24 to play, third quarter. And Southern inbounding on their baseline.
Lady Bears back to their usual man-to-man defense now. Nice execution.
That rattles in, left elbow by Tynesha Metcalf. It's at 61-29.
Now Jordan Oliver obviously at the point position now for the Lady Bears. Carrington trying to break into the paint against the Southern zone defense, and they bumped her as she tried to entry into the paint area.
Go the foul.
See, I think that's that's the 5th team foul of the quarter, so there's an automatic 2 free throws as a result of the rule change. I guess that was about 4 years ago now.
It's been that long?
3 or 4.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think I still had a little hair when that rule changed.
I know we were seated courtside when that rule
changed.
Changed.
Very interesting.
Not complaining at all.
That rule changed the same time we started playing 4 quarters in women's basketball.
Yeah, that's right. We were just happy to have games to call. It's knocked out of bounds by Bickle on the perimeter. Will stay with Southern. Again, 2 more games this week. Then the break for Christmas won't come back until January 2nd. Won't play again until January 2nd.
Lady Bears have 21 points in this third quarter to 10 for Southern University.
Jim, everybody that's played has now scored for Baylor in this game.
Well, that's the way it was against Texas Tech Monday night, and that's always good for team morale and spirit. Everybody making a contribution. Lady Bears in his zone right now. Andrews and Oliver out front.
Mark it down. You don't see it very often for a Kim Mulkey coach team.
That was a nice move inside right there. Was that, couldn't see that number.
Yeah, that was Chloe Fleming. Fleming with the bucket. Turnover totals there, not as many as the first half. There's a 3 from the right wing for Southern.
Well, Caitlin Bickle on that back row of the zone defense did not get out there quick enough to challenge the quick perimeter shot. Nice knockdown for the Jaguars.
Jordan Akins has a couple of made 3s today. Southern has 3 total, and she has 2 of them.
She's an outstanding player. This is the first game that Akins has played for Southern this year. She had COVID issues, but she's making her presence felt.
3 of their last 3 for Southern, 62-34. Final minute, third quarter here in the Farrell Center. Four-point Baylor lead, end of the first quarter. 41-19 at the end of the second quarter at halftime. Bears looking to extend that here in the third period.
Southern obviously now in a man-to-man situation with 22 ticks on the clock to end the third period. See how the freshman handles this closing seconds of the third period.
Cruz will drive. That was a shot, never made it to the rim. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass to Gusters. Comes away with no points. Southern should have the final shot of the third quarter. Drive, shot, no. Rebound Baylor, and that is the end of the third quarter. Baylor does extend its lead into 3 in Waco, 62-34 Lady Bears. .8 lead for the 7th-ranked Lady Bears as we go to the 4th quarter. Freshman Hannah Gusters having a nice afternoon for the Lady Bears.
Well, after coming off of a 10-point performance against Texas Tech, Hannah Gusters doing again here this afternoon. Numerous nice offensive moves, scoring in a multitude of ways off of offensive rebounds, quick moves in the paint, posting up well, getting that nice entry pass from Caitlin Bickle. Freshman Hannah Gusters doing it again against the Jaguars.
And I think she took Coach Mulkey's words that Southern is a physical team. She took that to heart, didn't she?
I guarantee you, and that was wise decision.
Here we go, starting the 4th quarter here in the Farrell Center. Southern looking for their first win of the season, playing a very tough non-conference schedule. Picked 3rd in the SWAC preseason poll. And there's a three-pointer banked in from the right wing.
Yeah, nice job once again. Tanisha Metcalf has that left hand of hers, stroking the ball very well.
Got 10 on the day, Metcalf does. 2 of 5 from three-point range.
Well, Egbo back on the floor now for the Lady Bears. Lady Bears leading scorer, Egbo with 15 points so far. Alyssa Smith with 11.
Left-hand layup is good by Cabria Lee. Really quick turn in the corner and getting to the bucket.
Yeah, that was too easy. No help came right there. They had the side cleared for her. Nice quick jump shot. Trinity Oliver getting close to her career high, partner.
She's got 12. Her career high is 14, and that's that mid-range jumper again for Trinity Oliver.
That was nice ball movement by Baylor, getting her the ball. She was open quickly on the baseline and jumped up and drilled it.
Stoppage of play here. I'm not sure what they are talking about.
As we look at Trinity Oliver there, she's a perfect example of a player that has done the so-called waiting for your turn, played behind Juicy Landrum and been a spot player the last couple of years, but this season taking advantage of the opportunity. Had 10 in the conference second game of the year in conference play against Texas Tech Monday night right here at the Farrell Center.
Oh, okay. One of the players' contact lens came out. They had to stop play to correct that. Looks like they have, and here we go.
Baylor starters back on the floor, playing the much more familiar man-to-man defense that the Lady Bears excel in so well.
Hey, Jim, you mentioned Juicy Landrum's name. Lauren Cox was here on Monday, wasn't she?
She sure was. I didn't have a chance to talk to her because we're not supposed to get within 6 feet of anybody, but I waved, and it was good to see her.
Wave is good. Yeah, that's good. Great to have her back in the house here at Farrell Center.
Yeah, and I think the first game you and I did, Juicy Landrum was here.
Right, she was.
Always good to see those young ladies that excel, especially those that have national champions by their name.
That's exactly right. Edie Richards in the paint area. Now to Queen Egbo, shot no good. Put back no good. Southern the rebound.
The Lady Bears continuing to dominate on the offensive glass. Didn't get the finish that time.
And Davis Deloach tells us that Friday, speaking of Juicy, is the 1-year anniversary.
Of the 14 threes.
Yeah, 14 threes, NCAA record. Wasn't that fun?
That was a thrill.
42 points, all on made three-pointers.
Yeah, Trinity Oliver likes to go around saying, hey, y'all remember that game when Juicy and I combined for 15 threes last year?
Oh, that's good. That is good. Boy, that was something to see. Puts her name in the Baylor and Big 12 and NCAA record books.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of your radio partner, Pat Rinley, the night Vinny had 50. Next day on campus, asking everybody if they saw he and Vinny combined for 57.
It's the way I tell that story. Whistle and a foul on the putback attempt there. Alyssa Smith working hard on the glass. She'll have a chance at a three-point play. Alyssa Smith sitting at 13 points on the day. 8 rebounds total.
Yeah, 3 Lady Bears in double figures. Egbo 15, Oliver 12, Smith 13. Smith, the leading scorer for the Bears on the season for the Lady Bears, averaging 15.5 per outing.
Well, Alyssa really does have a nice motion at the free throw line. Queen Egbo 1 rebound away from a double-double herself.
Baylor tried to get in that 2-2-1 zone three-quarter court press that time. Did not do it quick enough, but give Southern a lot of credit. They quickly moved the ball up the floor. Saw Baylor jumping into that little three-quarter court press. Did a nice job getting it up.
Puts Amani McQuain at the free throw line. 5'8" guard from Ruston, Louisiana. Ruston High School.
She came into today's game averaging 9 points on the season. Has 3 here this afternoon.
Coach Mulkey likes playing these Louisiana schools.
Well, she must.
Back
We're
to
playing
roots.
3 in a row.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, this is the week for that. There's her roots back to Louisiana.
Nice quick move by Egbo. Just did not have the soft touch on that shot like she's had to get to her 15-point total. Egbo and Alyssa Smith have 29 of the Lady Bears' 67.
Look at that hustle on the perimeter defensively by Trinity Oliver, and it leads to the steal. Pass ahead, and Alyssa Smith will lay it in uncontested.
And Alyssa Smith now the game's leading scorer with 16 points, I believe it is.
69-41, Baylor on top. There's 7 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Should mention we'll have those 2 remaining games this week here in the Farrell Center, both on Big 12 now on ESPN.
Yeah, that game against McNeese State on Saturday is just some kind of story that they've had to overcome with the horrible hurricane damage in Lake Charles. They actually trained and worked out at LSU's campus until December 1st.
Yeah, they had to move out, didn't they? To leave campus.
Yeah, they ate all their meals with the LSU athletes, and quite a nice job of sportsmanship by LSU to help McNeese State like that.
Southern inbounding on their baseline, trailing by 28 to the Lady Bears. 2 minutes plus since their last made basket. It's a 3 right wing that will drop out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Akins on that last outside shot, I believe. The Jaguars.
So Baylor brings it up, leading 69-41 over Southern. Lady Bears trying to run their record to 5-1 on the season. Oh, nice pass. But off her leg and out of bounds.
Well, you can't do it any better than Moon Urson did it there. Maybe not quite as hard, but you can see Alyssa Smith saying, my bad. She was already feeling that layup she was getting ready to make.
Moon was chalking up that assist also.
That was terrific. Baylor's really getting good on that pick and roll out high.
Southern basketball team that was in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago.
You can see Tanisha Metcalf there trying to lean into Moon Urson to draw that foul. She came up the floor.
No, but a foul is called. We're hoping for a three-point play. So 2 years ago, Lady Bears won the national championship. Kim Mulkey, the National Coach of the Year. Same year that Carlos Funchess won the Spalding Maggie Dixon Rookie Coach of the Year award.
Yeah, it was well deserved. You always like to see an assistant that had been in the program 14 years have great success when he takes over, and he certainly did. Good look at Raven White at the free throw line. She's had a terrific game. That was really a nice move with her left hand to draw the foul on the Baylor defense.
The free throws makes it 69-43.
Southern usually likes to press a little bit more than they have here this afternoon. Getting Dee Richards for the push off there. Good pressure by the Jaguar defense. Eric Bruton calling that, much to the dismay of Dee Richards. One of the few times you don't see a smile on her face.
Right. That's about as
serious,
upset, serious as you're going to see her with that look on her face.
Of course, that goes down as another Lady Bear turnover when you get an offensive foul.
So that would be 16 on the day, 20 by Southern.
Yeah, nice job on the drive to the bucket. Good kiss off the glass.
So they're outscoring Baylor here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 consecutive offensive fouls now on the Lady Bears. Dee Richards drawing the first one, and now Melissa Smith getting the charging foul on the quick move to the basket. Good defense by Southern University.
It's going to lead to a line change, 5 in, 5 out for Coach Kim Mulkey. Southern outscoring Baylor 11-7 here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 5:16 to play. Lady Bears on top. From the heart of Texas, Waco, Texas. Beautiful Chamber of Commerce day outside for mid-December. Inside the Farrell Center, the 7th-ranked Lady Bears well on their way to what would be a 59th consecutive home court victory, extending the longest active home court winning streak in the nation. 69-45 our score with 5:13 to play in the fourth quarter. John Morris, Jim Haller. We're glad you're with us on this Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, Sarah Andrews, the freshman guard, applying a little too much pressure there, picking up the quick foul to start this last period of play. John, very interesting, this group on the floor for Baylor, the 5 off the bench. You commented on it earlier. They had 42 points against Texas Tech on Monday night. Here today, they only have 18. So it'll be interesting to see what they can come up with here in the last quarter of action.
Well, I'll tell you what, Southern not going away. They are playing well in this fourth quarter, outscoring Baylor now 12-7 in the fourth period. They're still with a substantial lead and with possession of the ball. Gordon Oliver scored to Andrews. A 3 is no good. Rebound, put back, won't fall for Queen Egbo.
Well, a nice effort continuing for Egbo here this afternoon. Went way up high to get that offensive carom.
The rebound does give her a double-double on the day. It's her 12th career double-double for Queen Egbo.
Nobody challenged Caitlin Bickle for that defensive rebound. Nice kick out. Jordan Oliver had the 8 points against Tech, only has 1 here this afternoon. Now she's got 3.
Tough shot there, gets it to roll in, and she'll have a free throw following a timeout. 71-46, Baylor on top. 4:26 to play, fourth quarter. .426 remaining, fourth quarter. Baylor women's basketball with a 2021 recruit signed and headed to Baylor, Miriam Dowda, the 1-ranked post player, number 13 recruit in the 2021 ESPN Top 100. Her averages for this past season. Be a nice addition to this Baylor team. And speaking of signings, Dave Aranda in Baylor football today, beginning of a signing period. They've announced 17 high school signees, 1 grad transfer, a receiver from Dartmouth. 18 total today for Coach Aranda, 7 of which will enroll in the spring semester. 15 are from the state of Texas. And you can still sign through Friday. The majority of that work will be done today, and then the traditional signing period the first Wednesday in February. But it's like a great class for Dave Aranda in Baylor football.
Well, and part of this great recruiting class for the Lady Bears this year on the floor now, Dejanay Carrington for Stanford, and Sarah Andrews and Hannah Gusters from Irving, Texas. Both of them in the top 15 in the nation last year, recruiting-wise. And that young lady that the Baylor Lady Bears signed back in November, she is really supposed to be something special. I know the opportunity to pair her up with Hannah Gusters for the future has got to be bright for the Lady Bears.
Big Breakaway on one end, turnover at the other end. So the teams trade turnovers. Andrews can't catch up with that one and save it inbounds. So the turnover total now 21 by Southern, 18-19 by Baylor.
Yeah, I can't say we've had a pretty floor game here today at all when you combine for 40 turnovers in a contest. Way too many.
Coach Mulkey's stance right now kind of speaks to that without saying a word. 72-46. Lady Bears in Northwestern State Friday, 2 o'clock Central Time. McNeese State Saturday, 2 o'clock Central Time. Both on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. It's a busy week, 4 games in 6 days. Nice pass to Bickle. She's hit hard under the bucket. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, DeJanae Carrington just driving the ball into the paint area at the free throw line, threading that needle on the pass. Beautiful drive. Carrington showing her unselfishness. Could have easily shot that basketball. Bears' second leading scorer elected to try to get the pass to her teammate Caitlin Bickle, breaking on the baseline.
Carrington, it's a good sign about how unselfish she is.
Oh yeah, very. She's a terrific passer. Just a good all-around basketball player. Good on the defensive end. That's why she was an all Pac-12 choice when she was playing for Stanford.
Couple of free throws by Bickle. Lead rose to 74-46 for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, Bickle came into today's game having hit 8 of 12 free throws for the year.
Breakaway, Baylor gets back, but the layup is good.
Well, that's 2 times now that Southern in this quarter has beat the Lady Bear defense back down the floor. Be some emphasis on that tomorrow. Nice job, good hands by Gusters in there in traffic.
Points in the paint very much in Baylor's favor with that 2 by Hannah Gusters. 50-18, Baylor leads in paint points today. 76-48 overall, the Lady Bears on top, nearing the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter, and a steal on the perimeter. DeJanae Carrington will lay it in for Baylor.
Well, nice quick hands by Carrington. Saw the opportunity to just reach out and get the easy theft. John, Southern's done something that West Virginia and Texas Tech could not do against this Lady Bear team. Scored more than 46 points. Lady Bears had held West Virginia and Texas Tech 46 and 45 in their last 2 games, and now Southern has 51. So they're doing a good job of challenging this Lady Bear defense that's so highly rated in the nation. How about that?
Custer's on the nice feed.
Yeah, her freshman teammate, Sarah Andrews, getting another assist.
80-51, Baylor on top.
Yeah, Gusters now another double-figure scoring in the post for the Lady Bears with 13. So you've got Nalissa Smith 16, Egbo 15, and now Gusters 13, all in the paint for the Lady Bears.
4 players total, double-figure scoring for Baylor.
Nice defense by Sarah Andrews out front. Good job of cutting that penetration off, sliding her feet well. Watch this right here. Very nice job by the freshman.
That'll be personal foul number 5 on the day by Jordan Akins. With 1:09 to play. Andrews a 3, and it's good from the right wing.
Well, that's her second 3-ball of the ball game. She had 2 against Texas Tech. She is quickly becoming the Lady Bears' most consistent 3-point shooter.
83-51, Baylor on top. Lady Bears will indeed win their 59th consecutive home game and their 59th consecutive home non-conference game as well. Impressive streaks. Coach Kim Mulkey and her staff. 2 more games this week. We mentioned back into Big 12 play and heavy into Big 12 play on January 2nd. Baylor will be at TCU. There's still that one non-conference game.
Who's that against, John?
Yeah. UConn.
Oh, just UConn.
Just UConn. Coming in on January 7th. We both agree it's a shame you can't have this place packed to the rafters for Baylor and UConn women's basketball.
Well, I remember the last time UConn was here, this place was rocking and rolling. How about that? Another 3-ball for Sarah Andrews. 3 today for her, 2 for Monday.
Look at the upcoming schedule for the Lady Bears. Sarah Andrews lighting it up from 3-point.
She's got 9 points today, all on the 3-ball.
Extending that lead now with 31 seconds to play.
Nice job passing the ball over the zone defense. Dejanay Carrington kicking it all the way across the court, or Jordan Oliver all the way over to Sarah Andrews. She, by the way, was picked as the preseason freshman of the year in the Big 12 conference by the conference coaches, so that shows how much respect the coaches had for her coming into this season.
Well, that's a career high scoring points-wise. 9 points today for Sarah Andrews. Final seconds, Southern with the ball. Baylor's going to run their record to 5-1. Southern, that tough early season schedule, will drop to 0-4. They'll play next against Mississippi State.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't let up. I think Mississippi State is ranked 6th or 8th or somewhere in there. And, of course, this team's already been to K-State, Oklahoma State, Wichita State. Go to Mississippi State and then Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's tough. Jaguars ready for SWAC play. Two free throws makes it 86-52. Final seconds will count down here in the Farrell Center, and Baylor is indeed 5-1 on the season. The Lady Bears win it over Southern this afternoon, 86-52 the final score. Them 4 players in double-figure scoring for Baylor. We saw some good things, and still some coaching points Coach Mulkey and the staff can make.
Well, John, I think it's always nice when 10 players can play, 10 can score. I think tomorrow's practice will certainly emphasize reducing that turnover total. But all in all, another terrific outing for the Lady Bears this early in the season.
For Jim Haller and our entire crew, I'm John Morris. Thanks for being with us. Again, the final, Baylor 86, Southern 52. Thanks for watching Big 12 Now on ESPN+.